opposed to, where you were at in 2004?
Just getting ready for the season. Like, obviously into 2004, I ran 985. After the finals of the Olympics, this year opened up my season with a 987, all the way to the finish line. And my coach, Dennis Mitchell, felt like there was definitely a lot of room for improvement off my first race. I had a good amount of rest from my different races that I had this season, from Doha, Daegu, Morocco, and Prefontaine. And now I think that I've gone home, got some good training in. The times that my coach said that I've been putting down have been ready to challenge the world. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to be here. I've been excited. This is my first time being really excited, almost kid-like, in a very long time. So it feels good to be back at Olympic trials, and I love the pressure.
Excellent. And we were out together in Istanbul when you won the 60 meters. It was the same time you'd won in 03, and I know the message at that point was that you are back. So here a few months later, you still feel the same way, or is that altered, change at all?
I think so. It helped. For me, it was the victory in Doha that helped me decide that, okay, I'm back, I'm in good shape. I've dropped my weight down from my coach, who says I was like 215, was it? 30. He says 230 pounds. I was not 230 pounds. I was more like 205, but I was fluctuating between like 198, 197 last year. He put me on a regimen of a lot of fruits and vegetables. That got my weight down to like 182 now. So
any bacon?
I had bacon yesterday. I cannot.
Everyone has, by the way. It sounds like
you can't give up the bacon. I'm sorry. We negotiated that one too. So I just feel really good. This is the same weight I was in 2004 actually, when I ran, and I'm a little older, but I think also a little wiser and a little more grittier, ready to run.
Okay, we'll open it up to questions for Justin. Okay.
Justin, how hard has it been, both mentally and physically, to get back to where you were in 04 and 05?
I think it was actually, it wasn't just one journey for me to come back. It was more of a parallel journey of two. Physically, I had to make sure that I was ready and in shape. And then the mental part was also a big deal as well. I wasn't 100% mentally ready last year, even though I competed pretty well and I made it to the world team, made it all the way to world championships. I don't think that I was mentally prepared for the races that came before me and the competition that was there as well.
Did Daegu was that kind of alerting you that, hey, there's still a lot of work to be done?
I think so. It was a discovery. For me, it was to really feel like I'm here, I'm back, I'm able to go out here and compete. Like I said, I still was pretty heavy. I remember reading a blog site where one blogger said I looked like a professional wrestler on the track. I was that big. So it gave me a lot of incentive to go home, shape up my mind, shape up my body, and leave no rooms for errors. That's what really felt like. And being with Dennis Mitchell and out there at NTC track, that's what we work on, critiquing and have no room for errors.
I think that was Pat Graham's blog, by the way. But,
what did you weigh at that point? When you were like into a record?
Last year?
Yeah.
I was about 180 on a good morning. I was like 180. I was about 196. So through the end of the day, I was like 199, 198, something like that. So I was a big boy. I was looking at myself in the mirror and be like, I look good, but I wasn't looking too good. I wasn't looking race good.
Hey, just in the forecast, looks like it's going to be a lot of rain this weekend. Is that going to bother you? Does that prepare you differently, or what do you think of the weather like this?
It actually gets me kind of excited, to run in like a little chilly weather or a little rain. I'm not really a finicky kind of athlete in that manner. It actually reminds me of a scene from the movie 300 when they're fighting in all kind of conditions and rain and snow. It's like that. It doesn't matter. It's like they're still giving that same intensity. And that's what I want to bring to the track this weekend is that same intensity, no matter if it's raining or if it's cold. I want to go out there and put on a good show.
How about in the back of the TV camera?
Yeah, Justin, in the time that you were out, what did you do to maintain your fitness level that would enable you to be here now when you weren't able to run?
I was on a strict Jaeger bomb diet. Nah, it's fine. But I worked out with a couple of athletes, mainly football players. I guess that's where I got a lot of my weight from, lifting heavy, not worrying about what I'm eating, and just doing a lot of stadium runs and different things like that. Just nothing that was really set, a set regimen that a track athlete would do. So once I came back into the world of track and field, I learned that a football player is not in shape to run fast. So I had to get myself back into track and field shape.
You know, obviously with everything you've done to come back, personally it's got to feel gratifying, but with the rivalry that's kind of developing with the United States and Jamaica, how much is, you know, that a motivating factor for you to be able to get back into that and help your country now?
You know, one thing you understand about me is that I'm always a team player. I'm a team player in an individual sport. So I'm excited to see Tyson run this weekend. I'm excited to see Walter Dix run. I'm excited to see these guys that I'm competing against run, you know, and put down a good time, as well as myself. And because I know at the end of the day, we're all going to be Team USA, and we're all going to be taking on the world. And sometimes when you step to that line, it's lonely out there if you don't have anybody there who has something in common with you. And meaning that it's like being part of Team USA. And I'm proud to be part of Team USA, and I'm cheering on everybody else who's part of it as well.
Justin, you said that you're older and wiser than you were 4 years ago. What did you gain in wisdom over these last few years?
You know, I think that my life revolved around, was track and field. Ever since I was in high school, I was state champion two years in a row on multiple events. I was whisked away to a full scholarship in college. I ran 2 years in college physically, and then I got one of the biggest contracts at that point in time in professional track and field, and I became one of the greatest track and field runners up to date at that point in time, with indoor world champion in 2003, 2004, Olympic gold medalist, 2005, double gold world champion, 2006, world record holder. So I didn't have any time to really grow as a person, as Justin Gatlin. I didn't have time to grow as a man and understand like what it is to really pay bills, what it is to really take on everyday life, goals. And once my hiatus away from track and field, I was able to slow down a little bit and realize that, you know, you guys out here have a life as well, and life is hard, and life is something that you have to really work for. And I think that gave me opportunity to understand life as in a whole, and really take that with me as I came back to track and field, and understand the people who are really here paying for everything. And every meet they've been to, they pay for their flight, they pay for their entry fee, just because they're wishing upon a goal. They want to be a track and field athlete on a professional level, and a lot of professional athletes don't understand that we as athletes, we have it good. We may not be making millions of dollars sitting on the bench, but to travel the world annually every year, I mean, Rome, Paris, Australia, Japan, like, and then you get to run too. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? So I think we take that for granted sometimes.